Hello, folks. This is Real Honesty with John Ritlin. I am John Ritlin. I think that is
the Terminator
with a new look. The glasses, the reflection of perfection.
Let us reflect upon this pay-per-view.
Yes, let's
look deep into my eyes.
Look deep into her thighs. What? Anyway, speaking of thighs, Renee had messy hair. I guess Ambrose really went after her. What?
Thighs, hair. What?
Well, if she's doesn't shave, I mean, it would be a lot of hair. It's true. Anyway, so Renee had messy hair. I guess Ambrose was rough with her. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that Dasha did not bust out all over with that. Look, no, they're both beautiful women. I'm just saying that top was not exactly... It's like, oh, she's running to get an interview.
It was about ready to go.
Yes, just a Dasha. Ellsworth at least was filling Lawler's spot for loud shirts. Man.
Yeah.
And
loud shirts, no chin.
Should be like a mock rap or something. Sammy apparently hates WWE creative. I mean, he wanted to say that so bad, and he asked Sammy things, and I don't blame him. Even after what happened, JBL on commentary. Why? Hashtag fire JBL.
Yeah.
Get rid of the idiot. Ty versus Aiden English, though, it was decent. It was better than their SmackDown match where they showed Aiden crying. I'm still pissed about that.
Yeah.
But it was a well-worked match. Aiden didn't look weak. It was a decent kickoff.
Yeah.
Ty had to win.
Of course.
So there we go. But it did not end in a draw, so it did not end in a tie. Yes. I do wonder, though, if English did help somebody evade the police, if he would be aiding and abetting. I'm proud of that one.
As well you should.
Yes. Probably should be. But anyway. The main card, Nakamura, gained a big entrance. Ziggler, here to show the world how to open a show. Good match. Good stuff.
It was a very good show. I could picture them going on with a continuous feud for a couple months.
I think so. I think you could probably... I mean, maybe include them in the Money in the Bank match next month and have them then blow it off at the next pay-per-view. I think Battleground, I think, would be the next pay-per-view, or whatever's in July. That's not Great Balls of Fire. That's a stupid name.
Yeah, or roast Piggly Wiggly Ziggly during the Great Balls of Fire.
But he'd have to go to Raw. Yeah. I mean, true, but... Well, here's the thing. I mean, Chicago was on fire. I mean, they had Midnight on Fire since October 1871. What? Like, that's the worst thing I could say. Apparently, and JBL, of course, saying again, Dolph Ziggler. He's channeling Hogan, I swear.
JBL, you nut.
Yes, you nut that should be cracked open. Anyway,
ouch.
Yeah, that might have been a bit harsh. I just want the guy fired. I don't want the guy dead. Ziggler calls Nakamura boy. Boy, that's good thing we weren't in the South because there might have been fans agreeing with him. Not all people in the South.
We don't like your kind around here, boy.
Talking to Ziggler because they think he's black because of all the tanning.
Piggly Wiggly Ziggly.
Hashtag.
Piggly Wiggly Ziggly.
All due respect, cool people of the South. I just have to go with the Deliverance reference. Still. Anyway. Nakamura and Ziggler had a good match. So it was good openers.
Indubitably.
Proper way to open the show. Then Usos and Breezango. You had to be away taking care of things for just a little bit during this match.
Dropping the kids off at the pool, as it were.
I was going to be more subtle, but okay. I mean, we all have that moment. Tyler Breeze dressing up like the janitor to begin with, and then going under and dressing up in another costume like a grandma, and they said, the crowd was chanting, "Let's go, grandma." I really wish Breezango had won here. I mean, they didn't look necessarily weak, but the antics were fine. The match quality was decent. It wasn't great. Mm-hmm. Fandango with the cool flip, not even laying on his feet and everything. All that stuff. That was nice.
And they're the most popular that they've been in.
Ever.
Yes.
Since the gimmick started.
And this was a great opportunity to push them all the way over. Instead, you give it back to the So-Sos, which is not good.
It's not, but come on, Chris. This is unlike WWE. They never keep a title on a Samoan talent that's not over with the fans. Oh, wait! They made him champion and he got busted for a wellness violation. Good job, Roman Reigns. That was last year, by the way.
They always pin their hopes on Samoans.
Or on guys
because they are the best kind of Girl Scout cookies.
They really are. They either pin that or like when Vince pinned it on Lex Luger. No, seriously. Oh, man, I the Lex Express the whistle stop bus tour. No, seriously, that's like what it was. And then he won by countout against Yokozuna. It was unbelievable. Still, it wasn't a bad match. I mean, the Usos are not bad talents. They are just uninteresting.
Yeah.
Breezango, sure, you may love their gimmick, you may hate their gimmick, whatever. I mean, I find it entertaining, even if it's not great. It's not the greatest thing. At least they're having fun with it.
Yeah, and as long as they're having fun with it, it'll build up and even more popularity. Who knows? Maybe they'll end up beating the Usos for it. My money's more on the New Day beating the Usos for the championship and Breezango just going back down the card.
Or New Day could possibly hold the titles till, win them at Money in the Bank. Say Kofi comes back pretty soon. New Day wins at Money in the Bank.
Then again, New Day and Breezango could have a great feud. I mean, with New Day's
antics,
fashion style.
Yeah, that and all that. And the New
Day well with the gimmick.
And Woods with his broken page. What? I'm not going to let that go.
No, you will not.
No. I do hope the Page gets her life straightened out, though. Her and Del Rio seem to be having issues. Mm-hmm. But I agree with you, by the way. I think that what you could do is you get New Day win at Money in the Bank. You could build Breezango back up for SummerSlam, and you get Breezango win there. Because you could have two face teams, and it'd be fine.
Oh, yeah.
And quite frankly, New Day is kind of getting stale. Now, this time off will help. Right? This will help them. This time off will help them, though. The vignettes are fine. They'll get a good pop. But the mob time for Breeze is funny. Breeze is the old woman. JBL getting hit in the face is brilliant. It's not so good when the bullying goes to you, is it, JBL?
Mm-hmm. Especially since the Usos were kind of smiling at that, too.
I mean, they were probably because they probably like Mauro Ranallo. And also, I mean, JBL, come on, it's not the first time you've been around a dress. I'm sure you're secretly that way because you pick on guys all the time. What? Okay, I don't like JBL.
Hashtag fan theories.
I'll just... Not fanfic, thankfully.
Yeah.
Goddamn Tumblr. Screw you, Tumblr.
Or fanfic.net.
Is that actually a site?
Yes.
Wow. Fact that I don't know that with my search history. But still, I didn't like the Usos winning, but at least... how often are you going to be doing that in Scotland? Just straighten it out your mustache?
I have no idea.
I'm just
Depends on how long it gets.
The mustache, too. I didn't mind the match. I would have liked Breezango to win. If this continues to feud, maybe even Breezango wins it on a SmackDown.
Yeah. Then
I'd be okay with that. But you had an opportunity. Please don't blow it with Breezango. Because the Usos aren't interesting.
Oh, yes.
At all. Zane versus Corbin. Well, it was a good match. I was worried Zane actually legit had... God damn, Chris, it's like a solar flare. Solar flare! You were thinking that, weren't you? Okay.
Yeah, just...
Flare. Ah! So Zane selling his back, which I get he's just a great seller, but I worry sometimes that he might be legit injured. But we're so used to him selling so well that he may not be just selling. But hey, Zane and Corbin, it was a decent match. It wasn't a great match. I was shocked that Zane won. I'm like, what?
I am glad to have been wrong.
I'm way glad.
Oh yeah,
I'm way glad.
Zane needed that pay-per-view win.
Yeah. He did. Corbin did. Corbin needs to stop with the LeBron-like hairline. Come over to the Bald Brotherhood side.
The Bald Brotherhood. That is an entirely different organization, I am certain.
Whew. Boy. Didn't realize how racist that sounded until I said that.
You did not see that coming.
Nope. 9. Anyway. So, it was a good match, and Zane winning was fine. I mean, it wasn't a great match. I mean, but Corbin's good in the ring. He's not good on the mic. When, as you said, though, if they stopped scripting him, he would be.
Yeah.
So, but, it was still okay, and Zane winning was fine.
Yeah.
Then Jinder with the backstage promo and the CM Punk chants, that was appropriate. The Singh brothers had to seek out that carpet to get it for him. I'm proud of that one. I mean,
I asked for my flying carpet.
We need to get Jinder a female, like a female as side or whatever, to be like the Aladdin Jasmine thing. I mean, that's really.
Then again, some kind of sympathy factor might help Jinder out a little bit,
like not being on roids.
Yeah,
I mean that too. But
master of back knee.
God, Jesus, it's like you just.
I don't know if it's a genetics thing, but out of the championship match, though,
yeah.
we'll get to that.
Yeah,
later.
We'll get to that. The women's match. Well, that happened. It wasn't bad. All the women got their spots in.
It was not as enthusiastic as I would have liked.
No.
I mean, they did a great job. Becky, maybe change up the hairstyle a little bit. I know you're going for the Aloy look from Horizon Zero Dawn, but a little lower on the hair there.
I wasn't lower
I
looking
mean,
at her.
unless you're trying to go for like a lion's mane, but that's a little weird. And I know something about being a little weird.
I would know nothing about being weird. Nothing.
You know, I bet I could do like that anime character thing where they put up their sunglasses and the light reflects.
Yes, there we go. It's awesome. But still, I agree with you. The pace wasn't bad, and I mean, the heels going over, in my opinion, was the right move. Becky tapping out, to me, it leads for the story of Becky possibly snapping. I mean, is. But here's my thing. Tamina barely did anything. I mean, she threw a few moves, but I'm surprised she didn't get injured, because that's what she does.
She's not Superfly, though.
No, she's not. She's not. She's still here. He's a murderer. He deserved to die. Anyway, Naomi, Charlotte, and Becky, though, they make a decent team.
Yeah.
At least Naomi didn't take the pinfall. And they didn't go with Team Lynch for it.
Also, Team Lynch, when Naomi is the champion.
I'm not saying anybody that designed that was a bad thing, but just anybody that thinks that Team Lynch with a black person on the team is a good idea. No, trust me.
Well, no, I mean more along the lines of
with Naomi.
It should be Team Naomi.
Yeah.
She's the champion.
Team Glow.
Mm-hmm. She's earned that.
Team Rave.
But instead, I mean, nothing against Becky because she's one of my favorite female wrestlers. Naomi is also extremely good and should have had that respect.
She did seem like an afterthought, because I thought she might have been legit injured, because when she tagged out, she went down, and Charlotte even went down, like, making sure she was okay while Becky was in the ring.
Yeah.
So hopefully Naomi's not injured. I mean, she seemed fine when she got back in the ring, so hopefully that. But I agree with you. Carmella was fine. Everybody was fine. Nothing necessarily popped about it, but with what they're creatively doing with the women's division, it's about the best they could get.
I don't think so.
Well, no, with what they were doing. I'm not saying it's the best they could get.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's the best they would get out of this. Owens versus Styles, though. That may have been a match of the night.
Yeah.
I think it was, because it was what you would have expected.
It was between that and the Nakamura versus
Ziggler.
Piggly Wiggly Ziggly.
Hashtag.
Piggly Wiggly Ziggly.
There we go. I like the inventive finish, though. I liked all the moves, like Owens nearly breaking Styles' neck.
Yeah.
I mean, and nothing against Styles. I'm just amazed that Styles didn't break his neck doing those moves.
He wrestled in New Japan. He's got to know how to survive some of these things.
I mean, true. I'm just saying, just some of these moves you see, it's just amazing that none of them get injured more. But that was an inventive finish because they focused more on the leg as the match went on.
Yeah.
I think I said that might possibly happen. I guess some of these things right.
No. It's like he's watched wrestling for far longer than I ever have.
I mean, I watched wrestling longer than you've been alive, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, it's just, you're fine. I mean, you catch up on that stuff. What'd you think of the U.S. title match?
I thought it was pretty good. It went on for a while, though, but I think it ended well enough for what they had planned, because you can't have Styles looking weak, nor can you have Owens looking weak,
especially as your champion.
Yeah.
But it was fine. It was fine. It didn't. The whole thing with getting the black cords, around his foot and everything, and that was all good. I mean, that worked out. Yeah. That worked out for him. So it was good. It was good. It was enjoyable. What? The reflection on your glasses. God. But still, Owens retains. I don't think this feud is over.
No.
I mean, you could do that. You could put them both in the Money in the Bank ladder match if you really want. But we'll see. But Harper versus Rowan, well, it was okay. Harper is extremely gifted in the ring.
Oh, yeah.
Not to say that Rowan's bad. For a guy who's 6'8", he's pretty agile. Doing that splash where it's like, oh, this is a terrible idea.
What?
I mean, Zane and Harper...
Now.
Right. Zane and Rowan, though, when they got hurt, they both moved very gingerly around the ring. when one of my girlfriend's mom said, "John, you should be accompanied by a rim shot." Oh, rim shot. That was the first time I met the parents. Now you know why I don't have a girlfriend. Anyway.
Bye.
So, Harper got the win.
Yeah.
Kind of a sloppy finish. It's like, you kind of put this in the death slot, like right before the main event.
Yeah.
Behold, the death clock. Anyway.
Do folks like coffee?
So, moving on. I didn't mind it. It was probably the weakest match of the night, just because I didn't care about it. But Harper winning was nice.
Yeah, it was the way it should have ended.
Yeah, I mean, like it should have ended a few weeks ago when Rowan shouldn't have beaten Harper. Why did they do that?
To save it for Backlash.
Hashtag 50-50 booking. So, Jinder versus Orton. Shockingly, there were people cheering for Jinder.
There were a lot of people cheering for Jinder.
But Chicago, look.
But also, fun fact, of the two people in that match, one of them had violated the wellness policy twice, and that wasn't Jinder.
It would have been 3 times, except Orton was able to remove a strike because of something he did right around the time that he became champion over Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam 2013.
Yup.
You know, and the funniest thing, though that doesn't prove, that one thing that does not prove is the wellness policy is a joke.
Yeah.
It is, because...
That's more of a joke than my white pasty legs.
More a joke than the hole in my sock. Sock, by the way. Anyway, so it had it had good energy to start out. That's the most energy I've seen from Orton since like 2009.
Yeah, that was... I've never seen him move so fast in a match. Oh wait, we still haven't seen him move that fast in a match, because once the match started, it all changed.
Yes, and then Orton, however, did not want to take a dive.
Yes.
So, the Singh brothers, though, didn't get as involved until near the end.
Yeah, I was anticipating more involvement from them, but...
Well,
it was good to see that they didn't involve themselves as much. It does strengthen Jinder's position as a champion.
His gender position. So,
but the championship did get a gender reassignment.
It did, but I do want to say one thing about the Singh brothers. The reason I didn't want to is because it's bad to put children in that kind of, environment. And Orton, of course, ended up just going batshit crazy, throwing the Singh brothers around. I hope they're okay.
I love the look on his face, just
where he's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done this. Maybe
I did a bad thing.
Oh, I was bad. But, yeah, I mean, I was a little shocked. He, threw him around or whatever.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, okay, Randy, they're not actually out there to hurt you. And then he threw, I don't remember which was the last one that he threw into the SmackDown announce table. And I'm like, oh, god damn.
Yeah.
You missed a chance to throw JBL, though. Why didn't you throw JBL
Or throw
around?
them at JBL. That would have been entertaining.
Yeah.
Fire JBL.
Hashtag fire JBL. Always and forever. So then, of course, Jinder wins.
You know, this might prove it to be something bigger than we were anticipating. The crowd is getting behind Jinder Mahal. So as long as he has indeed not violated the wellness policy...
Go ahead.
This could very well be a good, few-month run with the championship before someone takes it.
And you do know, you remember how I had the rumor, or I had, the idea, you and I had the idea maybe Jinder wins and then Rusev beats him at SummerSlam. Oh no, who's Rusev rumored to face at SummerSlam? Oh yeah, Shane. So I just want to take a minute here, just a few seconds. Why? Get Shane out of the ring. I don't care if he had a good match, or it was a long match. It was a decent match with Taker.
Yeah.
He was good on the Survivor Series team last year. His match with AJ Styles was fine. Good stuff. Mm-hmm. We don't need to see him in the ring anymore, and I have nothing but respect for Shane.
I think it's time for him to take a step back and let Rusev face and get the championship, because...
that he deserves.
Yes.
Or have Jinder come back at Money in the Bank as a surprise entrant. Win.
I think Jinder's inevitably going to become a face. Which Rusev will be a heel, because, Lana is on Raw now, right?
No, SmackDown.
SmackDown?
She's doing the dancer gimmick, though. So they've separated them as gimmicks. Or separate them as a pair. Here's my thing, though. Rusev, his promos have screamed face. Why have they screamed face? I want these opportunities. I have not gotten to these championship opportunities.
Yeah, well, Jinder's much the same, but his way is more heelish.
here's my problem. Here's just my problem. If you built this up for a while, and I'm not talking for just a few weeks they've done. You built this up for a while, a good 6 months after you jobbed that guy out for years before he quit, and then for almost a year before after you brought him back.
Yeah.
This isn't the way to do surprises. It's not. Now, sure, you can go with the Chicago crowd reaction. They haven't had anybody but the Cubs to cheer for, so can you really blame them? They're happy that somebody won a championship because the Bulls sure haven't done anything.
They are a lot of bull.
It's stupid. It's stupid. And I agree with your ideas. I hope that you're right, and I hope that it works out.
Yeah, I'd say we give Jinder a chance until he proves otherwise. We'll see what he does with the championship.
Just don't inject it with anything is all I hope he does. And find a better way to do your promos. I mean, because I'm starting to wonder, what is he saying? I mean, I don't understand half of what he's saying. I know he's speaking in Punjab. I don't mean that.
Right.
But, okay, let's give a grade for the pay-per-view. I
give it a B-.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's why I was going to give it, because you and I watched TakeOver Chicago here. I gave that an A. I gave that an A. Backlash did not beat it.
Just beat it.
Just beat it. Better do what you can, so beat it. B- because none of the matches were particularly bad, but there were a few that were exciting, but there were a lot where they were just there. Yeah. This did not feel much like a pay-per-view. And I mean, sorry, you can be all excited about Jinder's win all you want, and that's fine. I'm not saying you. I mean,
right.
But, fans can be excited all they want.
I'm not too excited about his win, but at the same time, there's potential there.
I mean, there is
more than I would have thought a few weeks ago.
I mean, true, but it's just... Now, look, Randy was not an interesting champion one bit.
No. I mean, we barely ever saw him.
Yes. I mean, but no, he was buried under the fridge for a while. The hashtag House of Horse.
The Triple H fridge.
Need to call AAA to get the fridge off.
Triple H.
Regal used to call him Triple H.
H?
Yeah, because of the whole British thing. So, okay, B- B- for you.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say WWE, build, for the love of God, you know what? If you're not going to do Rusev versus Jinder at SummerSlam, build Zane up and put him versus Jinder and have Zane finally win.
Oh, yes.
Because guess what? You might as well do something because I don't buy you're building up an underground or underdog storyline with him.
No. Because
WWE wants you to cheer Reigns when Reigns isn't that good. And Jinder could get there. He could.
Yeah, very well could.
But it's about... It's way, way too soon. This is not going to help.
It's about goddamn time Sammy gets some goddamn respect around here.
Or a little respect on it. So, I feel so embarrassed for saying it. So, I'm going to say, I'm not going to say SmackDown Live is totally doomed, but I'm going to say this could kill the brand. Doomed! This might kill the brand if they don't make the undercard interesting. Yeah. I don't think Jinder can carry it. But anyway... That's what we think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Like, share, comment, subscribe. Twitter links, a thumbnail are all up in this bitch. And it's been Real Honesty with John Ritlin. I'm John Ritlin.
It's a lady, not a bitch.
It's a bitch. This has been
The Durbinator.
And we will see you for Raw.